Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea. It's nice to have you guys here. I am just rolling straight through these videos. So I just finished filming my post-PhD identity crisis video. That will have gone up on Monday. So if you haven't watched that, I would encourage you to do so. It will make some of what I'm talking about in this video make a little bit more sense, hopefully. But today I'm going to do a kind of life/channel update for what you can expect going forward in 2019, or at least kind of the first half of 2019, because I live my life on a semester by semester basis. I don't know about you guys. I am now post my PhD. I'm still kind of questioning, can you be post PhD? I'm post my PhD program, but I have a PhD. I haven't left that behind. Again, go back and watch my post-PhD identity crisis video. So that is definitely still kind of a consideration. I want to lean back and get a little bit more comfortable, but I feel like I need to adjust you guys slightly to do. There we go. That's better. I've also got my cozy blanket and my notebook. Got lots of notes. So we're just gonna get cozy. If you haven't made yourself a cup of tea or coffee or a gin cocktail, you might want to go do so, because like Monday's video, this is probably also going to be a bit chatty. I will try to get back to slightly shorter videos next week, but this week I'm afraid it's probably going to be all longer videos. So last year was a bit of a year, not gonna lie. It was full of a lot of ups and downs, some really high highs, some really low lows. I shared a lot of it with you guys. If you haven't watched the 2018 vlog recap, 1 second every day video, I would recommend going and watching that. I also did my 2018 reflections and 2019 intentions video, kind of based around my year compass booklet thing that I filled out. So I'm still kind of in that reflective space, but after doing that video and then the post-PhD identity crisis video, I definitely felt like I wanted to do a kind of life/channel update. It is kind of going to be focused more on the channel, but my channel content is my life, so they're kind of intertwined. This year promises to be another crazy but exciting year. There's a lot of things that I just can't predict. I have no idea where I'm going to be by the end of 2019, which I'm not gonna lie is a bit terrifying, but I'm also trying to be excited about that. I'm not usually good at being excited about things that terrify me, but I am working on it. We are now 2 weeks pretty much into 2019, so I just wanted to kind of sit down and talk about what you can expect, because I am planning on making some changes. I'm making some changes over on my blog, which has been neglected since August of last year. So if you saw the recent blog post I put up on New Year's Day, I think, somewhere around there, you'll know that I'm making some changes on there in terms of the type of content that you can expect to read on my blog. And I'm also going to be making some changes to the content you'll see on here. So the big focus for me this year is sorting out that whole identity crisis, identity shift that I've been going through. It hasn't just affected me at work, but it's also been affecting me on this channel. Like, since I started this channel, a huge focus has been being a PhD student. And I'm not a PhD student anymore. So what is my channel identity now? If I'm not a PhD student and I'm not talking about grad school and my grad school experiences, what am I going to talk about? PhD life has been a huge part of this channel, and since graduation, I've been feeling a bit like things needed to change on here. And I don't want it to be too radical, because I know I still have a lot of grad students who watch my videos. And so I'm not abandoning grad school topics. I promise I'm not abandoning that. I am still going to talk about me and what I love. So I will still do monthly favorites when I can get around to filming them. I'll still film the occasional Sephora haul and Target haul and things like that. So there will still be that kind of beauty, fashion, shopping focus. Slight focus. I'm still going to talk about grad school related topics, especially by request. If someone asks me to talk about something specific, because I am now kind of on the other side of graduation and I have what I feel like. I feel like I have a ton of advice. So, but I never quite know, now that I'm not in it anymore, I don't know what you all might still want to hear about. So please feel free to make a request either in the comments or message me on Instagram if there's something that you are struggling with that you would like to hear what my take on that issue or problem or question would be. I am more than happy to turn it into a video, because as I tell all of my students, if one of you has that question, a bunch of you probably have that question. So please don't feel like, oh, it's probably just me, I'm not going to waste anyone's time by asking Andrew to do a video on it. Please ask me to do a video on it. I'm still going to vlog. Vlogging is not going anywhere. I'm still going to vlog my life. I know that those typically don't get the highest view counts, but they are what I enjoy filming and editing the most. And I also feel like it's where I get to engage with you guys the most. I do get more comments and a higher level of engagement on the vlogs. So the vlogs are not going anywhere. I'm still going to be weekly vlogging every week. And you can look for those on Wednesdays still. But things that are going to change as my life is changing, as I'm starting to now also kind of figure out what I want to do. I know that my work as a freelance writer is going to become a much more prominent part of my life. It's something that I've talked about and kind of alluded to and mentioned here and there, but I've never talked about it in detail. So I'm thinking of doing a kind of vlog style series on like freelancers diaries or something like that, as well as sharing content that would help other freelancers. So resources that I'm finding that have been really helpful, books that I've been reading, websites that I've found, as well as content for potential clients. So kind of rebranding myself in a way as a PhD, scholar, writer, copywriter kind of a thing. I'm still sorting that out, so it's probably going to be a little bit bumpy and a little bit higgledy-piggledy all over the place to begin with while I find my feet. But I feel like I need to start sharing that side of my life on here. So it might start with more of the kind of more casual freelancer diaries kind of a thing, and then from there get into more like polished, confident kind of topic videos once I feel like, yeah, I can do this. Because right now it's still all up in the air and I'm still full of all kinds of confidence issues and self-doubt and all that kind of not fun stuff. So there is going to be a slight shift in the content schedule. So previously I've done a kind of grad school or life-related topic video like these ones on a Monday, a vlog on a Wednesday, and then on Friday was always typically some kind of beauty, fashion, haul, monthly favorite type video. And that's what's going to change. Those videos will get fitted in wherever, you know, the Sephora Play Box will be coming in another couple weeks. I'm not going to save that for a Friday. Just whenever it comes, I'll put it up Monday or Friday. Same thing with Target hauls or Sephora hauls or monthly favorites. Monday and Friday will still be a sit-down topic video, but it's going to kind of just be whatever I feel like doing. So if you've always ignored my Friday videos because you didn't care about the beauty stuff, just start paying a little bit more attention to what pops up in your sub box. As always, I will always tweet links to new videos, and I will always post on Instagram in my Instagram stories when a new video comes up. So if you are not subscribed but following along via those other platforms, that's not going to change. So yeah, there's going to be a slight shift once I feel like I have a better idea of the content that I'm making. If I can put that back into specific categories fitting on specific days, I will do that. But for now, I think I don't want to cut back on my uploads. I still want to do the 3 days a week, but I think it just makes it a little less pressure on me if I can just upload videos as and when I film them and have an idea for them. Sometimes I really struggle to have an idea for beauty related videos, and I have tons of ideas for life related videos. Other weeks I only want to talk about beauty stuff. So there will be weeks like that, I'm sure. But yeah, so that's kind of where that's going with the channel. Other than the channel, so kind of related to what I was just talking about in terms of 2019, just in general and not channel related, I am going to be making a big push on the freelancing. It is scary, but it's necessary. And I think that by talking about it more openly and by keeping you guys updated more frequently on the progress that I'm making, it will help me keep myself more accountable. I feel like I wasted a lot of time in the fall and didn't make as much progress as I had wanted to because I was getting scared and overwhelmed, and then that was causing a kind of mental paralysis where I couldn't do anything, and it was impacting me in all kind of categories of my life. I want to be making a more concentrated effort on the freelancing, on getting that kind of off the ground. I need to be earning extra money for a reason that I will mention in a moment. Some of you can probably kind of guess what I'm going to say. I want to be focusing more on the freelancing, and I want to bring that more into kind of my channel identity and talking about that more, and kind of, again, as I kind of mentioned earlier, kind of rebranding myself as both a teacher and scholar, but also as a freelancer. And the freelance writing that I want to do, I'm wanting to start with copywriting. I really like the idea of copywriting. I like the idea of the types of people that I could work with and be interacting with as a copywriter. But I do also want to get into features writing if possible, so that's going to be kind of something for me to research. I think that with the research that I do, with my academic research and the women that I talk about and the topics that I study, there is a huge appeal to my research within the kind of mass public. It's not just other academics who are interested in fashion and Princess Diana and Kate Middleton. You know, my dissertation research is fairly interesting to the wider public. So I would like to look into finding out how I could start writing editorial pieces and thought pieces and kind of my research, but just scaled differently to be more for the wider public. I don't want to give up on my research, even though I am starting to feel, as I mentioned in Monday's video, I am starting to feel like I'm not going to be taking a traditional academic path. I'm not getting rid of my research completely. So I want to find a way of bringing that into the freelance writing work that I do as well. The third thing to kind of expect this year is I have started a new semester. So spring semester is a week underway. By the time this video goes up, I'll be 2 weeks into the semester. But as I'm filming this on Friday, on the Friday before, we are now at the end of the first week of the spring semester. I have met all of my students. I'm still reading through the online introductions for the one online section that I have, but for the most part, I've met all of my students. Everyone seems great. I'm already exhausted and overwhelmed. I did not get as much rest over winter break as I'd hoped I would. So I am struggling to adjust back to the new schedule. My schedule has changed. I'm teaching slightly different hours. So last semester I was done with my day, done teaching at 5:45. This semester I go until 7:15. I start later, so the days haven't gotten longer. They've just been shifted to a later block, which is kind of great because it means I've got the daytime on Tuesdays and Thursdays to get a lot of work done here at home, but then I don't get home until about 8 and I'm really exhausted by the time I do, and I'm having a late dinner, and so I'm struggling to get adjusted to this new schedule, but I know I will eventually. And I'm excited to see what my academic journey will be this year between academic research related papers or articles that I write for both my blog and hopefully for some freelance opportunities, but also the thing that I need extra money for, I need to be saving up money for, both getting through the summer, but also I am excited to announce, I think a lot of you saw this coming, not only am I trying to go to London again, but I now have a reason more than just I want to go. But I have been accepted to the Association of Dress Historians annual conference in London in late October. If you've been following me for a while, you'll remember that I did that 2 Octobers ago, so October of 2017. And yeah, I applied back in December. The deadline I think was December 15th or something like that. And then it was Christmas Eve. I was literally in Whole Foods with my mom. We were doing all of the last minute Christmas Eve and Christmas Day food shopping, and I got the email. And I held my phone out to my mom. I'm like, am I reading this right? Like, let me know. Like, am I really reading this right? So we both had a kind of moment in the middle of Whole Foods. That was exciting. But yeah, so I've been accepted to the conference. I have accepted their offer to present. So as far as they're concerned, I will be going. But it's not, at this point, I'd say it's probably about 75%. I have no money. I have some. So another kind of fun announcement in the academic category. I did win an award for my teaching portfolio. I won last year with my old portfolio, which I then completely revised. I rebuilt it from the ground up in the new form of the digital portfolio platform that my program uses. So since it was a whole new portfolio, I resubmitted it and I won. So that does have a cash prize. So that is going towards the conference trip, and I'm hoping that between now and May, I can just be getting some freelance gigs and just earning some extra money and just socking that away for London. I am committed to making it happen. I'm hoping I can also go to London or the UK a second time, to the UK more than London. I'm hoping to plan a trip to visit Tamsin up in northern England, to go visit her in Sheffield and kind of explore the area up around there. I know she wants to take me to York and I really want to go to York. I think we've talked about the Lake District and a few other places like that. So that would probably have to be a separate trip from the one for the conference, because in October I will be teaching and I will have a class that is face-to-face. When I went 2 Octobers ago, I was teaching all online, and so I could go for 2 weeks and I just checked in on work back at the hotel. But this time I will be teaching, so I will be limited in how long I can get away for. So that won't be ideal. So I am hoping and planning to plan 2 separate trips. But the one that I am almost able to say is guaranteed is the one in October for the conference. So the London vlogs should be returning at some point in late 2019. And then hopefully, if things can work out, I'd like to go in the summer. But if not this summer, then I will probably plan another trip after the conference for maybe winter break, which would be fun. So I'm hoping to make up. So I'm hoping for a couple trips, but definitely the one. Other things that I'm working on are things that you can kind of expect to kind of see on this channel, is working on improving my mental health and continuing to deal with my fibromyalgia as well as IBS. There will be videos on all of those topics and I'll be talking about them in vlogs and things like that. So that is something that you can expect. And yeah, I'm going to try to wrap this up. If you have any questions about anything or want me to talk about anything I've mentioned in this video in more details, if you have video topic requests that you would like to make, please leave them in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. I would really appreciate that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you all soon in the next video. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye-bye.